Hello, my first grade friends. So today we're going to be reviewing place value. So I know we covered this a little bit ago, but on your learning schedule this past week, this was one of our major math topics. So I know place value can be a little confusing, but we really just have to think about what it means. So when we talk about place value, we're really talking about what place our numbers are in. So the first thing we have to focus on is its digit. So when we look at a number like 12, we think about which number is in my ones place and which number is in my tens place. I'm just going to focus on numbers in the ones place and the tens place. So if I have a number in my ones place, that is a number which means exactly what it is. So here in my number 12, the number in my ones place is a 2. So I know it just stands for 2, and I could see that if I was to look at with my Unifix cubes, I could see that it would just be 2 cubes. When thinking about the 1 in the number 12, that is my tens place. So it just doesn't stand for 1, it stands for 10. So I look at my number 12, I have my 1 in my tens place and my 2 in my ones place. Therefore, I know that this 1 doesn't stand for 1, it stands for 10. Like you could see here with my Unifix cubes, it's a long. So looking at my long, it's not just singular cubes, they're all stuck together and they're not going to come apart. So I know when I have a long that looks like this, like we use in school, it's always going to be 10. It's always going to count for 10. And if I see 2, I can count by tens. So if I were to break up my long, I would have 10 cubes. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here are my long, and they're stuck together. I know they're going to be 10. So looking at my number 12, that long would be in the tens place. So let's practice. I have some other numbers here. I want you to think. My 1 in the number 13, does it stand for 1 or does it stand for 10? It stands for 10, and then my 3 stands for 3. And if I put those together, I would have 13 individual cubes. Now let's look at this number, 45. What number is in my tens place? The 4 is in the tens place, so it's not just 4, it's 40. So it'd have 4 longs. And if I had 4 of these longs, I could count by 10 4 times. 10, 20, 30, 40. And then in my ones place, I have a 5. So I have 40 plus 5 equals 45. Here's a trickier one. I have the number 71. You think, what number is in my tens place? 7. And I know it's not just 7, it's 7D because it's my tens place. So I would count by 10 7 times. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. And then I added my 1. 70 plus 1 equals 71. Something else that we see in Seesaw and we see on worksheets would be this place value chart. Oh, sorry, I can't see it. And in this place value chart, this is where we place our longs and our cubes, and sometimes our flats that stand for 100. We're not going to worry about the flats, but we are looking back at my number 12. So my number 12 in my hundreds charts, how many tens would I have? If you break up the number 12, what is in your tens place? 110. How many cubes would be in your ones place? Just 2. So here in my hundreds charts, I'm showing the number 12 broken down into its place value digits. So here I have 10 in my long stuck together, and I have 2. So 10, I know that stands for 10. 10, 11, 12. So something you could do at home is maybe draw out some longs and cubes and work with those and making your numbers and circling your place value digit place in a number like 12, where you can challenge yourself and do a number like in the 80s or in the 90s. So looking over here at this visual, we have the number 32. And here I have my longs and my cubes. So I can see in my tens place, I have a 3. And I know it's not just 3, it is 30. And you can see that shown by my longs. So let's count by 10 3 times. 10, 20, 30. And there that is in my tens place. And then my ones place, I just have 2. And I can see I have my 2 cubes. So let's stick them all together. Let's count all of our cubes. 10, 20, 30, 31, 32. Great job. And then here is a just sheet that looks like a lot of the work that we did in school. So here I can look at my number and I can break it down on its place value. What's in the tens place? What's in the ones place? So let's look at this 14. What is in my tens place here? I have a 1. So I see it is 110. I count by 10 one time. And then I look at my ones place and I have a 4. And I know that just stands for 4 ones or 4 cubes. And that would be 14. All right, I hope this has helped. Thanks, guys.